James, my name is Nikhil Shilo. On today's topic, I'll be speaking about India as a superpower. India as a superpower is no longer an imagination or political rhetoric. It is a subject of serious discussion. A country is not defined merely by military strength only, but by a combination of political influence, economic capabilities, and technological advancements. When we examine India's in this kind of fields, it becomes clear that India has a lot of potentials, though the journey is still in progress. First, let's talk about demographically. India holds one of the largest and youngest population in the world. If all these youth and all these populations can be utilized in a good way, for example, if all of the youths or maybe most of the youths in India are skillful, educated, they can be used, they can create a lot of employment, works, or even brings a lot of money to India itself, which will help the economy of India. Economically speaking, India tries its best to not depend on other countries, though it is still importing most of the things from outside. India always tries to produce things on its own from now and tries to import less things from countries such as China, USA, or other countries. It tries its best to use only what India made. For example, nowadays most of the things that we see started to manufacture by Indians, not by China's anymore. Now let's talk about military. India holds one of the largest military in the world, also has a nuclear power. But if we're gonna examine only from the military perspective, it is gonna be very wrong. Along with the military power, it needs the political and diplomatic wisdom. In order for India to become superpower in the world, it needs to work in different kinds of things. As I've mentioned earlier, it needs to work in the youth first, then comes the economically, then comes the military and various other things as well. So in order for India to become a superpower, India has to have a good a good and young leaders with a good ambitions for the country. So in order for India to become a superpower in the world, the whole India as a whole needs to work together in different kinds of. So in conclusion, I would like to conclude with India has a lot of potentials and a lot of youngsters who can bring up the nation in the top nations in the world. So I will end with if India focus on good governance, education and innovation, India can truly become a superpower in the near future. Thank you.